be individualists and independent. From a very young age, we're put in the situation where we have to be dependent on our parents. But as we grow and mature, we like to exercise our independence. No one likes mom and dad telling them what they have to do. But what we forget is that we are a member of a social species. In the very beginning, other animals had a very big advantage over humans, but humans were able to become the apex of their own society because they had this ability to be social, to share ideas, and even biology and our brain are attuned to this idea. So if we know all this, why do we insist on being independent? And independence can be a very dangerous thing when it turns into isolation. Just like pain alerts the body to potential injury against tissue and organs, the pain and loneliness of isolation can warn the body against potential social damage. And loneliness can affect our mind, our body, and all of our actions. And it can also be very hard to recover from. This is because loneliness in our society, unfortunately, is stigmatized. Being lonely is equivalent to being a loser, or not being able to fit into society. So unfortunately, people don't talk about this and can't recover from it. And it can be a factor for early mortality. To put this in perspective, in 2010, 3 doctors did a study on what are different causes of early mortality. Living in air pollution, you have a 5% chance of dying early. Excessive drinking, 30% chance. Obesity, 20% chance. But they found that living with loneliness every day gives you a 45% chance of having an early death. Carson McCullers gives us an example of this metaphorically in her book, The Member of the Wedding. The main character suffers their big fall when they are unable to join the social group that they're choosing. They are not socially accepted and therefore left isolated. And the author shows us how far that this affects this character by the diction in the following chapters. She's said to hear birds chirping while people are talking, or stare at light and just ponder like random things, and you can tell that she's not in the right frame of mind. Everyone likes to feel socially integrated, but we forget how much this can affect us when we're excluded. The Virgin Suicides also provides a more literal example. A young girl tries to commit suicide, and her parents try to throw her a big party with all the community there to try to help her get her out of this depression. But all the community ends up just kind of looking at her from afar because no one wants to talk to the girl who just tried to commit suicide. So she feels isolated and left out and eventually kills herself at that party by jumping out of a window. Yeah, and so a shocked society at first tries to help, but eventually people want other people to just move on. And they forget that that hurt stays. And the isolation of all of the other sisters leads to the death of 5 other girls who never get over the death of their sister. So at the end of the day, being isolated from society can affect your physical, mental, and social body, and can reduce the quality and duration of life. It can be dangerous to be lonely, as shown in life and in literature. For social beings, being social is mandatory to life. And that's just the way it is. So thank you very much.